kind of just remove that moisture.
For the vlog.
So you're gonna use the same mannequin, but you're gonna do 3 different blow dries. So you go in and you just remove it because you don't want to waste all your time working with your brush. When you start doing minimal, remember minimal, we're gonna go one way first, just to use the head to smooth that hair out. So when I'm working, it's not about how fast I go. I just want to work going around, pushing that hair in one direction. The bottom is short, so some of you it's shorter than others, doesn't matter. Hug it in tight, coming around, pushing it one way. I'm not doing the blow dry right now, I'm just working on getting the cuticle nice and smooth. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna go the other way. So again, just working on getting that cuticle line down, using that head that's gonna give me that little bit of body at the root. So I'm pushing that hair over, gonna come around, and then I decide after I've gone one way, the other way, what do I want it to look like? So I know I want to bring out this color here. So I'm gonna start going in here, pushing, I lift and push. I'm gonna come down here, so I have a little bit of a split here. I'm gonna just lift this slightly, then I'm gonna push this forward. So it's really nice and wispy, coming towards her face. Push that hair coming forward. If you have longer hair, you can slightly lift it in the bang, so keep it out of her eye, but we want it kind of smooth and sleek. I'm gonna work on top of, so this is getting dry. I'm gonna work on top of that. So again, whenever I'm in the crown, I don't wanna just keep going around. I need to pull this out to give it kind of a finished crown area. But in the bottom, really tight. Push, you don't want it to ruffle up. You want to push down and push it over. So just like we did in our last blow dry, pushing it forward, coming around, pushing this forward. Okay, gonna work my way around. Just pushing this down. And then I want this side to come forward as well. So I'm going to push this forward. So wispy on both sides. Really using the head as a template to polish that hair out. Push it flat. Lift this slightly to get it to go. So it's really just up and bend, push it down. Up, bend, push it down. Okay. And just keep going until it's dry. Moving it one way with the roots. It's more about root direction one way, root direction the other way, and getting that hair nice and shiny. The more you do in the blow dry, the less you have to do with the iron. So the iron, I want to use it just to touch up. I don't want to have it frizzy and then I got to force everything in there. Work that cuticle around here. Nice and polished on that side. Gonna work the bang. And then push it flat. Okay. And then again in the crown, I'm just lifting and then flattening. Lift to polish and then flatten. All the way out and around. So you see that little bit of lift, especially at the top area, but it's bouncing off the head because you've directed the root one way and then you've directed the root the other way.
What kind of haircut is this now?
This is a version of a 90-45, and they call it 90-45 because this is all layered uniform. The bang might be slightly longer, but all at the same length. And then you've got from short to long, which creates that little bit of a weight in there. So that's where we get our 45. So that's where you would hold it from short to long this way, okay?
Yeah.
So you still are getting that little bit of pop in the top. I can still see it's wet, so I want to make sure it's completely dry before I polish her up. And then I'm going to use my hands to go in and just check before I start ironing. Okay, so I'm going to put my brush down. I want to go in and just sort of feel. How's it feel? Is it nice and dry all the way around?
What? No, not really.
And again, you guys have different versions of, but it's all 90-45. So it's going to be basically uniform layers on top and then tapered shorter in that nape area. Hey? But you can still see it's not just flat to the head, she's got some body to it, okay? So now I'm going to take my iron. I'm going to use my comb. Maybe. Santino, can I borrow your comb there? No. Thank you. So I want to go in and just polish her up. So I'm going to take what I can. Maybe. Let's get it. Takes 1 second for it to heat up, really. So I'm just going to get it to polish up the fringe. So I'm going to pick this up and make sure it's going in smooth. I'm going to take this, really kind of just bend the end which direction I want it to go. And I'm really just working in this area because this is too short. So I just want to go in and polish her up in these few spots to give it a nice finish. I'm going to go in with my iron in here. So here, again, make sure my ends are nice and smooth. Okay. Right in there. Just so it's nice and shiny on the top. So it's not curl. I just want to add that little bit of shine. And I just want to stick with the volume that I got in, the minimal volume in the blow dry. That's it. Okay. Okay, so I've got my iron done. I'm gonna grab, can someone pass me hairspray, please?
I'll grab it for you.
You can always take a little bit of super skinny on your fingers, especially on short hair. You wanna polish this up. So I'm gonna add some shine. It is weightless, so it's not gonna wreck your style. Thank you. I'm gonna take some hairspray. And again, I don't want volume in there. I just want it to kind of hug in. So I'm still sort of using my fingers and pleating it down, but it's still minimal volume.
Wow. That's amazing.
Okay, blow dry number 1.